Hey, what's up, my YouTube fam? I'm back. This is Larry with Invest and Build Your Credit and Wealth. I'm about to bring you some more nuggets today. Today is Friday, so I'm about to bring them to you. Uh, hey, I appreciate all my new subscribers coming out to the channel. Steady trying to grow this channel, build this channel out, because I'm trying to bring you real credit information. You know, I'm not trying to go out and just give y'all some stuff. Like I said, I heard from the next person, I'm going to go do my research and bring y'all the real nuggets so you can get real results and do the proper thing to put your credit in the right and move it forward, right? We definitely want to give that. Been there, done that with every single one of y'all. And this is why I brought this channel. And this is why I learned. And this is what brought me to start my credit repair business. It's built on honesty, integrity, and giving y'all the real deal. So it ain't about, you're not going to call me and I'm going to try to tell you some scam to try to do something. I'm going to tell you the real rules, the real regulations. You know, what happens if you went to court? What does the court says when people have came to court with these situations? How did they look at those situations? Those are the real answers you deserve. Those are the real answers you need, because this right here, every one of us know, even include me, this credit stuff could be confusing. It could be frustrating. It could be all of that, because as we become older adults, we understand the importance and how this credit is holding us back from getting where we want to get and doing the things we want to do to grow our wealth, man. It is, man. And, you know, I didn't see it when I was young, because I promise you, if I'd have seen it when I was young, man, I wouldn't be working for nobody. I'd be working, you know, I would have enough income not to be working for nobody, you know, not just having my own business, but having a business that had been in place for 10, 15 years, you know. So it's a lot, man. And now that we're going to be educated, you know, we're trying to move forward. So I tell a lot of people, you know, we're not 18 anymore. You know, a lot of us, you know, trying to work on our credit, people I talk to, we're in our 20s, 30s, 40s. Some people close to their 50s. You know, we don't have time to be wasting trying to fix this credit stuff. So we need to fix it now. So I try to tell people, move forward, man. Quit waiting for something, man. Do it now. The time is now to fix it. The time is now to quit playing with it. Do what you got to do to get it right, because every day you push it to the side is every day that's lost that you can't grow your wealth. Bottom line. So we're going to get it. We're going to get off that. I'm going to be preaching on no Friday morning. But so we're going to get into this. If you receive the 1099-C, and they're going to try to increase your taxes. So you say, in my instance, I had a Charger, blew the engine, owed $19,000 to Capital One. They charged it off. I settled for $2,750. They sent me a 1099 for $17,000. I had to add to my taxes, which became income that increased. So how do you get out of paying those taxes? We're going to talk about that today. Man, my camera just took a picture of me. So we're going to talk about that today. So we're going to learn a lot and what you need to do. So, but again, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Continue to share the channel. Continue to push out this channel so I can, you know, spread the word to everybody needing and give good information, good content, and everything. You know the deal. Email me. If you send me a message, or in the description, my email, I promise you I get back to you. Send a message. People who have sent messages and stuff, let them know, yeah, this dude here call you. He'll pick up the phone and talk to you. Hey, I've talked to people for up to an hour on the phone, just going through situations with them. So, you know, I know as the channel grows, it gets more difficult answering everybody, but I am still dedicated, man. I'm ex-military, retired. I wake up at 4 in the morning. I check my messages. I start, you know, pushing out information. If I don't answer you, then it's probably I'm about to get some more information, because I like to give detailed messages, you know, and if it's come to a point where I don't have enough information, I'm going to tell you to email me, right? Because I want to serve you correctly and give you good information. So You know the deal. Next little note, I'm going to start this week, every Wednesday, we're going to start doing live Let's Talk Credit. We're going to start doing that starting about 7:30, probably hold it for about anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. Just depends on, how much interaction I'm getting. But I'm going to start doing every Wednesday about 7:30 Central Standard Time. We're going to talk Let's Talk Credit. So if you got questions and you want me to answer your questions and stuff like that, you have the personal relationship with me to answer these questions, and I want to start getting this out to you. So as we grow the channel, we're going to start expanding on things we're going to do so I could help you with your questions. Take notes, get your pen and paper, how we about to go to school. So let's get into it. You know the deal. I got my laptop over here to the side with a bunch of information. So now we're going to talk about, this is part 2 of the 1099-C, but this is, if you receive a 1099-C, how do I get out of paying the taxes on that income they want me to apply to my taxes from that 1099-C? Let's talk about it. So you received a 1099-C. Say that in my instance, you were charged off a car and say it was $15,000, right? Say they just sent you a 1099-C, they wrote the debt off, they forgiven the debt, and then they sent it to you, and now they sent off the 1099-C to the IRS, and then they sent you a 1099-C to you. Hey, we wrote off this debt. We reduced our tax burden as lost profits and loss. Now we're gonna give you this 1099-C and tell you need to add that as income on yours. Now you ain't get away with it. That's what they trying to tell you. But hey, there's always something. The man always fix something because you always want to benefit it for him. But we got to know what the benefits that we can use that he made so we can get away with it too. And this is what we're going to talk about today. So, okay, you got your 1099-C. Now, this is the magic trick. Now we're going to say, well, you know what? You didn't told me to add this to my income, but man, I couldn't take care of you. I got all this other debt, but I can't be adding no $15,000 to my taxes as income on top of that. Now, the money I was going to get back, you about to wipe it off my income tax with this 1099-C. But you ain't got to do that. Feel me? You ain't got to do that. So now you're going to go get you a Form 982. You're going to say, well, what's a 982? A 982 is a reduction of tax attributes due to discharge of indebtedness. Now, I'm going to read something to you. What is that? Okay. Generally, the amount which you benefit from the discharge of an indebtedness include in your gross income. However, under certain circumstances described in Section 108, you can exclude the amount of discharge of indebtedness from your tax gross, right? So your gross income, you can deduct it out of there. So now, no, you're not going to wipe out the income tax I was going to get. I was going to get $3,000, $4,000. Now I'm only going to get $2,000 because you trying to add this. No, we not going to go that route. So we're going to go this Form 982, right? So now when you file it, when they file, you got your 1099-C, say you got it for 2021. When you file your taxes for 2021, you're going to put this 1099-C in there. But you're going to also follow with this 982. So also, what's a 982? A 982 is also saying, I'm insolvent. I'm insolvent. Now you're asking me, well, what is insolvent? So I'm going to tell you something. What does insolvent mean? It's just the unable to satisfy creditors or discharge liability, either because your liabilities exceed your assets. And then they say because the inability to pay your debt as it matures, right? So now you because the man always, I'm telling you, the man always making out. he make him a little wiggle out, right? So what that is saying is your liabilities, and we're going to go over what your liabilities are, outweigh your assets. So the IRS saying because your liabilities outweigh your assets, we're going to deduct that. You don't have to wait. You ain't got to pay the taxes on that. You ain't got to pay the taxes on that $19,000 that your creditor was trying to add to your income. You ain't got to pay that. No, you out. We good. Because the man, he didn't wiggle his way. So let's go through some of the key notes of it. Insolvent doesn't apply to any discharge that occurs in a Title 11, which is a bankruptcy. So I know some people like, well, hey, I filed a bankruptcy. It doesn't include in that bankruptcy. Boop. Can't do it. Right. And it also doesn't apply to discharge for qualify if you have insolvent inclusion implied instead of the inclusion for qualified principal residence. So you can't do that. So if the house was foreclosed on, you can't use a 1092 for that. I'm sorry. Can't do it. They wiggled, but they didn't wiggle that much. So let me read something else to you. So this 982, right? Getting all these numbers, these 982 is important. And I'm going to read something else to you. Check the box in line 1B if the discharge, and this is how you file your 982, right? If the discharge occurs while you are insolvent, meaning the point you got that 1099 or right before you got that 1099, you were already insolvent. Your liabilities already outweigh your assets, right? So, and you are solvent in the extent from your liabilities, what they call fair market value, the FMV of your assets immediately before the discharge. So you can't get a 1099-C in 2021 and then all of a sudden in 2022 you went insolvent and now you want to try it. You can't do that. It has to be immediately following the 1099-C. So if you got it in 2021 in December, around that time, you should have been already insolvent, right? So that's the main thing, and that's what they're going to be looking at. So I'm going to give you an example because we all need examples, right? And I'm going to read you an example. You are released from your obligations to pay your credit card debt in the amount of $10,000. Your fair market value of your assets immediately before discharge was $20,000. Of your liability, the value of your assets immediately before discharge was $20,000. Your liabilities is $30,000. You are insolvent to the extent of $10,000. Why? Because $20,000 of your total liability minus the $30,000 of your assets leaves you $10,000. So on line 2, you're going to put that you're insolvent $10,000 because your liabilities outweigh your assets, right? Basically, what you're saying is you have negative equity. Your equity is negative. And if your negative is equity, right, then you're insolvent and you're going to get out of adding that as income on your taxes. And now you ain't got to pay it. And people ain't going to be taking your money. IRS ain't going to be taking your money because you didn't know about this form and your tax person didn't tell you about this form. They looked at your 1099-C, they just added it, and oh, you got a 1099-C, but did not know that they could file to have you do a worksheet for a 982 to see if you're insolvent, so you don't have to pay that, right? So if your tax person didn't tell you about it, you need to talk to them or get you a new tax person, right? There is a worksheet. So this is your 10, and I know this is your 982. You can Google this form, and then there's a worksheet. So I'm kind of go over this 982. So real quick, this is what we're going to talk about. You got this form 982, deduction of tax attributes due to discharge of indebtedness. Part 1, what you're going to do is you're going to check line B, which says discharge of indebtedness due to the extent of solvency, right? But once you do that, you need to have an insolvent worksheet where you're going to look at what are your liabilities versus your assets. And I'm going to cover a few of these, and you can look this up, right? And if you need these forms, hey, I'll get them to you for free, you know, because I want y'all to be able to not have to be paying taxes on this stuff. Stuff like, what is your credit card debt for liabilities, car and other vehicle loans, medical bills, student loans, amount of past due mortgage interest, occurred or past due real estate taxes, past due child care costs, right? Federal or state income tax remaining due. Check this out. You owe taxes, you can write that off. Check this out. Judgments, business debt, including in those owed in sole proprietorship or partners. And even they have a line that says other liabilities not included above. You gotta know it, man. Like I say, they always make something to wiggle their way out. We just gotta figure it out. And then your assets, cash and bank balances, car and other vehicles, computers, household goods, tools, jewelry, clothing, books, stocks and bonds, investments, firearms, interest retired accounts, IRA, 401 accounts, interest in a pension plan, interest in education accounts, cash value of life insurance, security deposits, landlord utilities, and other interests in partnership, value of invested in business. So those are your assets, right? So now, if your liabilities outweigh your assets, you're insolvent. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. So I just wanted to bring y'all this video because giving the other video and not giving you this video was a disservice for you, because one was attached to this. So, you know, I wanted to give you both because there's some people that probably don't even know about, that do their own taxes, that didn't even know about this form. They don't want to pay nobody $300 to do their taxes, right? Because I remember back in the day, you get your taxes done for $50, $60. Now they be wanting $200, $300 out your pocket to do taxes, man. It's starting to get ridiculous. So I know a lot of people do their own taxes and may not know this form and may have received the 1099-C. So I just want to bring y'all this information because you deserve it, right? You deserve real information, right? So I appreciate y'all. Hey, you know the deal. Like, subscribe, and share. And remember, I'm going to start doing these live Let's Talk Credit every Wednesday. I'm going to put it up on my channel. Every Wednesday, I want to start doing Let's Talk Credit to give you an opportunity to ask me credit. I get a lot of messages on my YouTube channel, and some of them, you know, is detailed, and I want to make sure I'm servicing you right, you know. So I know my website was down for a minute, got my website back up. You got any questions? Again, I say this in every video, you need a free credit analysis. I know people probably don't believe me, but you can ask people free credit now. I'll look at your credit, tell you what you need to do, all that other type of stuff. If you need me to do your credit, I'll take care of you. I don't charge every month. I keep it real with you, and I ain't expensive. You shouldn't be paying nobody $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, all that. A lot cheaper than that, whole lot cheaper. The other thing, I do have a master dispute package. I know I've been telling you I'm putting it in a book form, but I still have more information I need to add. It is deep, it is intense, it is detailed. I'm probably up to 160 pages in there. And it's a lot of good information, hyperlinks, because it's going to be in a digital form. It's not going to be in a hard copy because there's hyperlinks in there where you click, boom, take you to another website to dig deeper. So I am definitely putting this book together, and it is going to be detailed. You know, I keep it real with you. I know my master dispute package is about $70. When I get this book, it's probably going to go up because it's a lot more information. It's a lot more detailed. There's more explanations in there to help you understand the information that you look up, but it ain't going to be jumping up nothing crazy, you know. But, you know, I keep it real with y'all because y'all need honesty, man. You don't need people to be trying to fluff and give you dishonesty. Yeah, it's going to go up a little. Some people say what I give now, I should be asking for more, but that's not my purpose. My purpose is to help you. Been there, done that. And I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for coming to my channel. Thank you for, you know, appreciating and believing in me to bring you good information. Again, man, it's all about honesty, integrity. And that's what I live my life on, right? Because that's how I've been successful. So if you got any questions, keep it real. Talk to me. I get back to you. I ain't gonna never blow you off because you deserve better than that, right? I'm not gonna gain you as a client and then act like I'm not gonna come talk to you. If you got any problems with me, we all men and women, you gonna come and tell me what your problems, and my job is to fix it, not to give you no excuses, right? So that's just the plan. And I'm always focus on that. You know what I mean? It ain't about the money. You ain't happy, I'm gonna give you your money back, because at the end of the day, you ain't happy. And it's integrity that makes me who I am today. So I'm all about helping y'all, and I'm all about keeping it real with y'all. If you got anything, any questions, you got any gripes, keep it real with me. And I appreciate that, because I can only grow with realness, and that's what I live my life on. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out, and I'm out, and I'll see y'all at the next video. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Like and subscribe and share. I'll talk to y'all later.